Hello, in this video you should get an answer to whether Lombok is better than Bali. There are so many people on social media talking about Lombok being better than Bali, but really, is it? We are spending 2 weeks just to give it a fair share, which is exactly the same amount of time we spent in Bali. We are going to be comparing prices, waterfalls, beaches and everything in between. Without further ado, let's get into it. First impression of Lombok is that there are a lot more tourists here than in Java. I would say as many tourists as in Bali was. And I think kind of this place is a mixture of different places in Bali. But nice so far, but there is a lot more people around here than in Java, for example. The water is not very clear or blue. On the pictures it looks a lot more blue, I think, on Google. It's not a bad beach, like the area is really nice. But yeah, it's really similar to the Kuta beach in Bali. I think there will be a lot nicer beaches in Lombok than this. Joe wants to go across that bridge. I think you're gonna die if you do.
You will have to pay for the main lookout, but the hill opposite is free to climb. So if you want to save a little bit of money, just go to the hill opposite.
The sun is out today and the beach is looking so nice. We had to pay 10,000 to park our bike, but otherwise the beach is free. And the sand is so white that it's literally blinding me. We are the only people that do a hike in a 33-degree heat. Did the viewpoint worth it? I don't know, you tell me.
I suggest that the best time to come here is the morning, and then you can walk to the beach after to cool down.
If I had to describe this town, I think it looks really similar to in Bali. I would say Uluwatu, but just like maybe at the beginning stages, because there is a lot of construction going on. So I would say give it 5 years maybe, and it will literally be identical to Uluwatu's streets. We came to Beginners Beach, and I believe it's named after the surfers kind of learning to surf here, because the waves are kind of small and I think it's easy enough to learn for them, and there's a lot of like places where you can learn to surf. So if this is something you're into, then this is the perfect place to come. What I did notice that there's a lot less seaweeds and it's a lot less dirty here. And the water is not as blue as in yesterday's beach, but it's definitely a lot less stuff in it, which I much prefer. We are in Senggigi, Lombok. First thing you kind of notice as you're walking around that there is barely any people here compared to Kuta, and I quite like it. I prefer when there's not much, no crowds. So it costs us 150 each to get here, and you just get a private car. There is not really grabs around those towns because they're allowed to drop people off from like the airport, but they're not allowed to come in and take you. And what you will find is that the prices are what the prices are. So you won't be able to kind of negotiate, and you can't really go to the next like shop and ask them for like less, because they're all the same price. Me and Joe found this abandoned hotel, and it says that they went bankrupt, but it's actually like crazy how big it is. Another abandoned building. I guess this is a villa. Imagine leaving this behind.
There are times that you will find local people here, and they will tell you that there is a fee to park your bike, but you shouldn't have to pay for this. We just parked our bike on the side of the road to avoid misunderstanding.
We enjoy just walking around the shopping mall, which is just in the main town of Lombok. What is the town called? No idea. I begins with an M, yeah. I need like a phone case, like a waterproof phone case, because mine is leaking. And yeah, just little bits and bobs basically. So yeah, let's see. They have this shop called Mr. DIY, and it's literally like B&M at home, and they literally have everything. And I think we found some phone case here. It's about just under £3. I would say in Hungary we don't really have anything similar to this, maybe like 100 foreign store, but yeah, it's literally have everything you want in here.
During the month of Ramadan, restaurants will put up covers out of respect for people who are fasting.
Good morning, we are in Senaru in Lombok and we are off to the waterfalls today. It's literally like a 6-minute walk from our accommodation. As you go out, you can literally see the waterfall sign, so it's quite handy. So the entry was 20,000 per person and you get to see 2 waterfalls. I believe the first one is 10 minutes and then the second one is 25 minutes, maybe up, I was told. Okay, note 1. There are a lot of monkeys, so if you're on your own, just don't bring any food with you. They seem pretty chilled, but I don't know, it's always terrifying. So our guide said that we can walk through the water, but it's so cold. Voices come out of Joe that I haven't heard before. So we came to a bit of an obstacle. I tried walking through it, but it just didn't work. It's the water is too deep and there's too many trees fallen. So we had to go completely back on ourselves, so we just came to the path now. But I swear we were told that we can go on the water. But I think maybe they didn't know that there was a tree fallen on it, perhaps. I tell you what, I really enjoyed that there is not that many people around here. Like other waterfalls we went to in Java, Bali or anywhere else is always packed with people. But here, literally like a handful. I could count on one hand how many people we met. Just arrived to our accommodation in where? Sembalun. There we are in Lombok. We are basically in the mountains. I believe that you're supposed to see the mountain from this accommodation, however it's really cloudy. We literally are in the clouds, like you can see the clouds going past us, which is crazy. We also, like when we were driving up, you could see the clouds on the floor, so we are really cloud chasing today. So that's where the mountain's supposed to be. But yeah, our accommodation is really cute. We kind of have it to ourselves. No one's here, but yeah, this is where we are. Very rustic, apart from the froggy. It's crazy how much I changed throughout this trip, because I cried about a very similar accommodation in Koh Lanta, but now here I am and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It's okay that we have holes everywhere. Who cares? Who cares that there is a massive spider hanging there? It just stay there. It's only one night. It's okay. So one thing to note if you're visiting in a country during Ramadan that obviously celebrates Ramadan is that local restaurants will be closed. So if you're coming to not that touristy places, then you're likely to find restaurants that are not open during the daytime. They normally open after like 5-ish, or like obviously after they break their fast. It does make sense, obviously they're fasting, so they don't want to make food. Fair enough. Came to this lookout, or coming, we are still walking up. It's called Bukit Selong, I think. This is why I don't say the names, because I butcher them. It seems a bit cloudy, so hopefully we will be able to see the mountain. It was really nice, we could see it from our accommodation, but we want to kind of be above it. So yeah, take you along. Let's go. Also, the entry was 15,000 each. We were just on our way to the next destination, however we came across this amazing lookout. I feel like we're back on the Hajang Loop. You just have to do a walking tour. I believe they take you around the rice fields and waterfalls and whatnot. I'm not exactly sure what it's include, but it cost us 300,000 for the two of us. And you got a tour guide, and it takes about 3 to 4 hours, so it takes you long. Man is taking us through some taps. I was thinking that we literally met him yesterday and he was like, yeah, I do tours. And we were like, yeah, sure. But he's taking us to places where you trusting a man you just met yesterday. That's kind of thing that your mom teaches you not to do. But yeah, he seems lovely. Don't worry. By the time you see this, it's long gone. Tonight we were on our way for dinner and it basically started chalking it down, but not just like chalking it down, it was chalking it down. And we stopped underneath like a little roof and the guy came out and was like, oh yeah, sit down. He's like, oh, do you want a coffee? We have a restaurant back there. And because we were going for food, we're like, okay, well, let's just eat here then. And it turned out to be the best curry I had, the nicest people we probably met the whole trip of like Indonesia. And it was just a great experience. I didn't really film, but I show you a passion fruit and banana that we got for free. And they also gave us some like rice thing that they eat during Ramadan to break the fast with. It was just such a lovely evening and so unexpected, but good. So be spontaneous. So what do you think from what you've seen? Do you think Lombok is better? From my opinion, it's definitely cheaper and definitely less busier and the roads are a lot better. However, it's impossible to compare the two because it literally feels like a different country. So the answer is you can't compare the two because they are so different. But Lombok is amazing, so you should definitely visit it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Follow me in the next video where I'm going to be sharing all of our trip in the Philippines, which we are so excited about. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below so I can continue living this dream full time. Thank you so much and see you in the next one. Bye!